Alright, so y'all been on my ass for this recipe ever since I posted that little short video clip of them. So here it is. These are my jumbo strawberry cheesecake rolls, and I'm going to show you how to make it. 4 cups of whole milk, 3 cups of melted butter, 2 cups of white sugar. Now we're going to mix that all in, make sure it's well incorporated. 6 teaspoons of dry active yeast. If you don't have a measuring cup or a measuring spoon, it's literally just 2 of these square pouches. It takes about 10 minutes for that to activate, so you're going to wait on that. But in the meantime, you can go ahead and prepare your topping, which will be strawberries. I mean, you can't have strawberry cheesecake rolls without fresh strawberries, right? So yeah, dice these into tiny little pieces. That way, you know, they can just go on top after you're done baking. Once I got done dicing up my strawberries real little and cute like, I went ahead and added them back to my strainer and I gave them a double rinse. I mean, you can never be too clean, right? Once you're done dicing up your strawberries, then that yeast should have been well activated inside your bowl. So you want to go ahead and crack 4 large eggs, whisk those up, and then add them in. Now you're going to get some salt and add 2 teaspoons of that. Make sure as you're adding each ingredient that you're mixing it well together. Now for the dry, you're going to use 8 cups of bread flour. Bread flour is going to make those rolls so soft and fluffy, like, trust me, you'll see in a minute. But you're going to add your bread flour as slowly as possible. Just incorporate a little bit at a time and then keep whisking it in, and then add a little bit more, and you're going to whisk it in some more. But do not add a whole bunch at one time, because that's just way too much work on you, and your dough is just not going to be as smooth as you want it to be. So yeah, I basically just kept adding that in, and I kept folding it in. The thicker it got, then I was not able to no longer use my whisk. My grandma always told me that your hands are your best utensil in the kitchen. And with a lot of things, I come to find out that that's very, very true. So yeah, you're just going to start folding in your flour. I just kind of scooped it from the edges and folded it in the middle. You don't want to beat it up too much and overwork it though. So once it gets to looking like this, then that's when you're going to add a little bit more of your flour. Now altogether, you guys remember it was only 8 cups of flour. Don't add too much flour. So once I added my last bit of flour, I pretty much just kept folding that in. Like I said, you're going to take your hands and you're going to pull it from the sides and just kind of like, you know, mush it into the middle. Once your dough is no longer sticky, you want to go ahead and flour up your clean countertop and then go ahead and fold that dough out onto the countertop. Now, still right here, you're going to knead the dough really well, but just don't beat it up too much. Don't overwork the dough. I can't stress that enough. But yeah, you see how I'm just lightly folding it in. Right here, I had some flashbacks, y'all, so don't even mind me. All right, back to business. So keep folding it in, and then when your dough looks like this and it's slightly smooth, then you're ready to put her to bed. So you're going to tuck her in real nice with a little napkin cover, give it a little kiss goodnight, and then I just read her a little book so she had like good dreams and shit. For the cheesecake filling, I used 3 8-ounce blocks of cream cheese softened, and then I used 1 large egg, and then I kind of eyeballed my sugar. It just depends on how sweet you want yours to be, but I'm pretty sure this is probably about half of a cup. So I went ahead and folded that in until it was real creamy and silky like me, and then I took a little nap and decided to come back after an hour and check on my dough. And of course it rose beautifully and it was ready to be pounded the fuck down. Now you want to go ahead and flour your countertop once more. Take about half of your dough mixture, put it on your countertop, and you're just basically going to roll it out, you know. And y'all, I graduated. I now have a big girl pen. Yay! Not for real, I just felt like it was necessary because no one was about to be rolling all this dough out with that little ass pen. But anyways, I rolled mine out to be about 1/4 of an inch thick, I want to say. And that was about it. I kind of rolled it into the shape of a square, or rectangle rather. And just to get it more perfect, I actually used my pizza cutter to cut off the jagged edges to make it more even. So before the pizza cutter, it looked like this. And then after the pizza cutter, it looked like this. Now it's time to add in our filling. So I started off with my cheesecake filling. I just eyeballed half of the mixture and then I spreaded it out evenly all the way to the edge of my dough. Now for the strawberry to my roll, I went ahead and used some strawberry pie filling. Coincidentally, as I'm filming this, both of my damn can openers went out, so I was forced to do it the hood way. But I mean, it ain't no thing but a chicken wing, because honestly, when I use my knife, it goes way smoother any the fuck way. Like, I mean, just look at the knife work. Peep the knife work. Who needs a can opener? Not me. Like, I'm pretty much like the electric version of y'all can opener. Like, I'm the electric version of your electric can opener. Like, look how smoothly I open this top. But anyways, off from tooting my own horn, I went ahead and, laid that out real nicely as well. Like, I just did a thin layer of it on top of the cheesecake mixture. You do not want to put too much filling because the shit get real sloppy when it comes to cutting them. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. But yeah, just add a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. Now the fun part, you just gonna roll that hoe up like you had the roughest day of your life. Like, you just roll it up, tuck it in, just try to keep it as tight as possible. And I mean, that's pretty much it, y'all. I always go ahead and just like seal in my ends of my dough where it met at, just so none of the flavors come out. I can keep everything in the inside that's important. So you just want to pinch it like pie crust. For my bigger version of my rolls today, I used the giant large baking dish. It was just one of those foil pans from Walmart, and I buttered it. You want to cut off the ends of your rolls, like the smaller pieces, just so they all come out even, and then you just start slicing. Now this does get a little messy as you're cutting it because everything wants to squeeze the fuck out, but I mean, ain't nothing. Just make sure you clean up. You always got to clean as you go because it leaves less work at the end of the night. The one half of my mixture with the jumbo rolls came out like this, but now it was time to work on my smaller portion for my home, and I just basically repeated the entire process. I decided to line this pan with low-fat cooking butter spray just because I wanted to show you guys there's really no difference as far as like it coming out the pan evenly or whatever, or the process of it browning. Just a healthier, something slightly healthier than the first one. Once I got those all cut out, they came out like this. I think these came out so beautiful. Of course, they're not going to be as sloppy as the bigger ones like these right here because they don't have as much filling, but they still and all were cute. While those were baking at 300 in my oven, I decided to try these cinnamon buns or cinnabon yogurt shits, and yeah, super fucking trash. Like, y'all, the flavor of it tastes like some milk that was left in the bowl after you ate Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and the texture of it tastes like old, like it just tastes like it's been sitting out, like it wasn't smooth. Like, yeah, trash. But back to the rolls. This is how it looked when the jumbo ones came out the oven, and these are the smaller ones that came out the oven. I went ahead and topped them with my fresh strawberries. You just want to drizzle enough of those strawberries over top to cover each pan like thoroughly, so you want every roll to have a good amount of fresh strawberries. Then I went ahead and used my cream cheese frosting. I didn't make it from scratch, but I mean, shit, it's gonna taste the same as that way. I melted that in the microwave for about a minute, and then I just drizzled it on top and then put some more strawberries on top. I went ahead and took me, a little sampler plate out, a little roll or whatever, just so I could try it for you all. But this is how it looks once I got it removed from the pan. I mean, it's sexy as fuck, just like me, This is how it looks when you dig inside the middle of it, just like me, moist. Very fucking good. I mean, what can I say? Like, I feel like everything I make is good, but it might just be me. But if you guys try out this recipe, let me know because, yeah, it's bomb.